We're here with Ed Rizal. Your job responsibilities have changed a little bit over time here.
Over time, yes.
What are you doing this year? Tell us what your job responsibility is.
I'll go back to when I first started with Coach Elliott. When he was here, I was working with the tight ends. And then now I'm working with CJ and the running backs. So the last 3 seasons I've been with the running backs, which has really been good. But overall, I'm a senior analyst, and what we do for the most part is break down film, give the coaches a head start on the week to come, whether it be off week, next game, get ready for the next opponent. During the summer, we just sort of get ready for the first, few opponents. But the biggest thing is to, be value add, be where you are, find work, and just be another ear, be another eye. Just always trying to find a way, finding an edge. And that's really being able to bounce things off of each other. Like support staff, that's what we do. We sit in our little area, try to find out things that we can help out with somewhere, and we're doing okay with it.
Yeah, you have to like to watch film, right?
Yeah, you definitely have to watch film, and that's what we're in. We're in football, right? So
right.
We're trying to find the edge somehow. I don't care how small it is. Trying to find an edge, and definitely watching film hours on hours. But you also have to. I'm a former high school coach, and so I have to. You have to really break it down in lessons. So you break down just different ways of. Hey, you can't eat an elephant all in one bite. So in small parts, and you just try to get it down to a science, and that's what they've already had something going before I got here as far as scheduling, but we try to make sure we stay on task, stay on schedule, and but break everything down in small bites, man, and but definitely try to be value add.
What's your role on game day?
Game day, I'm helping Coach Spiller. I'm his last year I was upstairs, years before I was on the field. But really just helping Coach Spiller line guys up, give him rep counts on how guys are doing. And if I see anything, just being another eye for him and another voice for him. Now that as a support staff we can coach a little bit, or we can during games or during practice we can actually do things from the standpoint of giving advice to players. And we all stand on the same, like whatever Coach Spiller and Coach Sweeney are that sort of level, whatever they say, we sort of stay on that same page, but we're all speaking the same language. So
I like Adam Randall.
Yeah.
You see him come out. He runs a little high.
Yeah.
There's things you've got to teach. Yeah. What have you seen out of him, though?
I really seen his. He's always been very mature. I've always actually been sort of close to Adam. Just having conversations with him before he made the transition to RB. He's always been one of those guys who's been a leader. But I've seen him come into the RB room, and those guys embrace him. But he's also come in knowing, like there could be some questions from not just from the outside but inside, and he's come in with a humble heart. He's done a good job of that. But what I've seen is his ability to grow as a player, his willingness to learn. He's really pressed himself to learn the position, because it's the box is a little different than out in space, which he has a lot to do out in space. But in the realm of that box, man, he has come in and he's learning. He's willing to learn, and he's pushing himself in that area too. Because it's some pass pro you got to pick up. There's some different ways you have to. But he's big enough to handle a lot of that stuff. He's 225 plus, man, and just a mountain of a man. So he can handle a lot of this stuff. But I've really seen his growth as a football player, not just going to running back. He can do it all now. I mean, he can come in the backfield and you get him out. And, so I think coaches and the RB room has gotten better because of him.
I know you can't talk about the depth chart, wouldn't ask you, but people ask me who's going to start game one. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. But I think this could be this could be an all-year type deal. Like this could be, guys could be competing all year for the chance.
I think that's how it's. When I was playing, that's how it was. You can competition was all year round. In season, out of season, you have to come in and you have to be on your game every week, not just every week, but every day. So you can't have those days. You may have a day here or there that's not your day, but at the same time, you got to be willing to learn and bounce back from it. So, yeah, I think the competition in the room is really good. I think guys are eager to show what they can do. So it'll be interesting to see how the season sort of flows.
And the final question would be, I was talking to John Scott about this. You walk in this building, you got John Scott, Mike Houston, John Gross, Nick Eason, Chris Rumpf, Garrett Riley, Tom Allen. It's like an all-star cast.
It really is. You get a lot of wisdom in the room, in the building. You get a lot of young, I say young men, this guy's a little older, but so am I. But you get a lot of guys who've been around the game for a while. You get a lot of guys who've had success on the field as players, as coaches. So as when I walk into this building, I see a family that Coach Sweeney sort of created a program and a culture where everyone's either you're learning every day, you're recruiting every day, and we all have the same goal, and that's to win games and develop and mold young men on or off the field. So those guys have done a great job of coming in and jumping on board, and also shows the culture and the program that Coach Sweeney sort of developed over the years.
Now, I lied. I said that was the last question, but I got one more. You're a quarterback. I mean, that's what you did, right?
Right.
What have you seen out of 2 since you've been here?
Wow. Growth. We were, Todd Boyd and I were actually talking about that this morning, and Tristan Lee, about his growth and things that we've seen in him, and the challenges he's had throughout the years, but definitely has developed. Not only he's a great quarterback, but he's developed as a leader over the time. He's always been a winner. He continues to develop those relationships with players, with coaches, and he's intentional about what he's here to do. He's really, man, he's been one of the bright spots that a program needs, and Clemson definitely needs that now. Perfect. Awesome.